Hello, everybody, and once again, this is obviously Justin Pontarelli, who is still has not found time to get a haircut. All right, and I want to fix something real quick. I'm going to pause the video and get right back to you. 1 second. All right, everything's on. Perfect. Got some light on in the room, and if you can tell what I changed, let me know in the comments below. So what are we doing today? I know I had a viewer before, hopefully maybe still do, that says he likes Lego. See, I remember doing my bio video where I kind of gave the grand tour of the room and a couple of details about my life, and pointed out that my room is kind of like a reflection of my life up till now. And so he liked my one Lego video, I think, and we're gonna do another one. Okay, just a quick unboxing. We'll put the thing together, not the way it looks, but the way I had it together when I was a kid. That way it's easier for me to, do this. And then I'll put it back, and I guess that will be the end of it. I'll try to keep it under an hour, maybe. All right, let me flip the lens around, and you guys will get to see what I'm doing. So here we are, guys. This is the Eldorado Fortress. Made, I believe, in the 90s from the Legoland pirate system. And yes, this is officially a Lego thing. There it is. It's essentially a base. You can see the one guy here on the catwalk. Can I do this way? Kind of, not really. Along the front here, you got a cannon. Yeah, that works. Got a little guy on duty, kind of doing some patrol. There's a little winch system, hauling up a box of treasure. Here's the guy, I assume, manning the winch up there in the tower. Let's get in closer for you. Is that better? There you go. A dude down there, kind of going, "Whoa, buddy, watch out!" And you got the lush up there. Having way too many shots of vodka, probably, or rum. Got this gun that's aimed at the thing here, the walk up to the main gate. Way up there, this guy's like, "I got the best spot of all. I got the cannon. I got my gun. I'm well provisioned. I'm good to go. No one's getting up here." And there's the flag flying proudly. Got some torches there. What else here? More torches? Probably. And looks like a little staircase going up to the fort. Yep, more torches there. And there, right next to it. And a brig right there. All right. And of course, you got your little sneaky pirates going, "Oh my gosh, we're going to get in here. We're going to take that treasure." And this guy's thinking, "Dude, you're out of your mind, because guess what? There's only 2 of us. And there's like what, 5 guys here?" Okay, so here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and read the thing real quick. And as a kid, I loved this thing. This was like, my grandparents got this for me. And check this out. What kid would not want this? I mean, come on, right? I mean, this looks like a ton of fun, especially if you have an imagination, right? Do whatever you want with it, basically. Have a little pirate adventure, Look at that. Captain Hook, or whatever his name is going, "Dude, gotcha." These guys are like, "Yep, got the treasure being hauled up. That's awesome." And this dude's like, "I got you, buddy. Don't worry. We're getting you out of here." And here's the inside of the box with some of the stuff kind of pre-made, pre-put together already. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slap this baby open, and away we go. Okay. First of all, for packing purposes, I had to do a lot of repairs to this thing, because this thing is old. Okay. I mean, this thing is almost as old as I am. There's a section tape here, which tapes up a corner. Another section tape that tapes up a really bad rip. Okay. Also taped in this section here too. Now, my struggle is I have to pick, do I want to open her from this end, which has a section here keeping her together, and a bit of tape here keeping her together. I think probably this section, because that bit of tape doesn't look like it's on too well. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I'm sorry for the camera motion, guys. I can't help it. I'm only holding this in one hand. It's my little Samsung Galaxy phone, my little J3. And check this out, another big section of tape right there, holding this end together. And there's my lovely late rats again. And back in the day, this Hush Puppy, only 60 bucks or so, right? $55.99 at Toys R Us. Yep, that's how old it was. It's not like this nowadays, probably over $100, right? This section is taped up here, and I believe here. On the corner there, and down here. Good section here, so I'll probably open from the other end. Okay. So here's my handy dandy opening tool. So I'm probably going to slice there at the bottom so I don't disturb the tape too much and the box decor. And although I have no intention of selling this ever, I would eventually probably like to pass it on to children if I ever have any, hopefully, God willing. If not, then fine, you know what, then someone can eventually cash in on this puppy and there you go. By the time I'm gone, it'll be halfway to being an antique. But I'm not going to make you guys sit through the unboxing part unless you're into that kind of thing. I know some people do unboxing videos, but it's really not an unboxing. But tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to angle this baby like this. Okay, against my silly bed thing, or against my semi beanbag chair. You guys can watch me do the first incisions, then I'll pause the video, okay? Here goes, hopefully. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it okay. I'm not sure, so bear with me. What you get is what you get, okay? Okay, hold on. Here goes. So at this point, I got the camera as stable as I can, but I have no clue what you're seeing because I have the screen against my beanbag chair. So if you can see this, I don't know. If you can, great. If you can't, I'm sorry. So I really want to be very careful. This will be the first incision because it's probably the easiest to get to. Nice and careful. Keeping in mind this box, again, guys, this is like almost a 40-year-old box, 40-year-old Legos, you know. Last time I opened this up was before the move. This was probably the most beat-on box because it was the set I loved the most. Okay, this is probably one of the first sets my grandparents got me. And when I first opened this, I opened this right in my grandparents' house, right on Christmas Day, or maybe it was my birthday, which is also in December. And I was like, wow, this is so cool, you know. My grandparents were the type that they had the money to do this kind of stuff for us. Which, you know, was technically few and far between, but you know what? I was thankful for what I got when I got it. Okay? And this was one of those things. And I showed my appreciation by keeping this thing in as best shape as I could, with probably very few, if any, missing pieces. If I have any missing pieces, it might be like 1 or 2 pieces missing, okay? So this is basically a complete set, with possibly only 1 or 2 pieces that are semi-broken because of age. Now that it's open, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to read the opening, kind of like the opening, what is it, crawl? So let's, oops. That sucked. I'm sorry. Okay, what'd you miss? Okay. We're going to hypothesize that we missed something, right? So what did we miss? Okay, guys, you missed me cutting slits down here along here. That's all you missed, okay? That's all. So here again is another view of the Eldorado Fortress from the side panel. There again, Eldorado Fortress. And now we're going to read the opening crawl. Kind of like the thing before the movie hits, right? You know, I can't really read it really well from here anyway, so I'm going to read it just off the box, and you guys can just look at it as is. The Adventures of the Legoland Pirates of the Sea, Eldorado Fortress. Sometime during the 18th century, a peaceful colony of settlers, enjoying the island treasures they discovered, suddenly had their serenity interrupted. The invaders were those who called themselves the Legoland Pirates of the Sea. For years the pirates had been searching for the same buried treasures that the settlers were now claiming as their own. This, of course, disturbed the pirates, as they knew the doubloons the settlers found had belonged to their ancestors. Knowing that the pirates would come looking for their gold, Governor Broadside, governor of the settler colony, sent a message to all of his men to meet him at the Eldorado Fortress. It was at the fortress that the governor made plans to protect the settlers' fortunes. Beneath the fortress floor was a secret hideaway. It was there that the governor decided the gold should be kept, so it would be safe from the pirates. Part of his task was to unload the gold from the ship, the Caribbean Clipper, and move it into the fortress. He wondered what adventures lay ahead. Use your imagination to continue the adventures of the Legoland Pirates of the Sea. And guys, we're going to go ahead now. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video, okay? I'm going to put it together, but again, not like this. They have it very elaborate. This is like the full model that they give you instructions for. Mine's not quite this elaborate, but it does include a section similar to this. It includes dual cannons instead of just the one on the front. It takes that one, puts it over here. It does have like a pulley winch system, but not as elaborate. I think it's somewhere in this section, I believe, right here. And it does have a brig, but not the little walkway. And these guys, I don't know if I moved them out of the set or not, but they might be in another box at this point. But I still have those guys, just not maybe in the set. We'll see. We're gonna open it up and take a look, okay? But I'm gonna pause it, set her up, and show her off, okay? See you soon, guys. Hang in there. Alright, and we are back on, and check it out. This is my version of the setup of Eldorado Fortress. And just a quick FYI, in case you guys couldn't tell, there was going to be a lot of spare pieces for the set because I don't use them all. Because again, the set that they envision was much more elaborate, especially right here in this section here. And I think there's even a more elaborate setup here in this area, you know, and then here, okay. But, you know, the setup I have envisioned is much more simpler, okay. It gives you your two forward cannons, which in reality isn't all that great because if you think about it, it would be nice to have a cannon and a tower, which gives you more range and more reach, whereas this kind of setup assumes you're, you know, the front-facing section of like a great mountain cliff face. Like I could see if there's like a cliff face here behind you, maybe like this was part of like a cove area, you know, where this was maybe like the only good landing spot in like a huge rocky cove. But, you know, otherwise, this would be fine then with these guys here. Otherwise, if this is just like a standalone island, then you might want a tower with a cannon in it, like the set initially envisions. Okay. Otherwise, this is peachy keen. And there's my late rats again. Alrighty. So yeah, so enough of this zoomed out view, right? Let's get in close and take a good look. Trying to work with my relatively new beanbag chair thing. Really not a chair, oh, not like beanbag, it's really like a memory foam chair. So I kept the idea of the Lush, right? I mean, this is kind of like the soldier equivalent of Captain Jack Sparrow, right? I mean, oops. He's knocking back a glass of rum, and he's thinking, yeah, baby, this is the life. Sword in hand, kind of slanting to the side because he's kind of already tipsy, you know. He's shouting racial slurs and insults to his mates because, you know, it figures he's all that in a bag of chips. There's his guns just laying haphazardly all over the place because he's also, again, he's halfway done, you know, with his day. He's knocking one back. He's got semi-shade with the palm tree going on. There's some lit torches guarding the way to the main gate here, which can be closed. Check it out. Yeah, there's no archways. I could have probably put that in if I had really tried. But nah, this works. I was happy with that even as a kid. Even as an adult, I'm happy with it. I think it's still pretty cool. There's the flag. I attached it to a little, I don't know, what do you want to call this thing? Just a thing. It kind of can go up and down. See? Little hinge piece. And let's not mess with it too much because, again, guys, this thing's about like 30 plus years old, maybe, you know. It's kind of old. Pieces kind of get stiff after a while. This piece here, I imagine, would be maybe like a tie-up for the little boat. Here's this guy over here, trying to do his job, trying to get this thing, the treasure chest, maybe up to this fella here, who's, I imagine he's trying to like winch this baby in. And here's the winch that goes all the way back here, gets tied up back here, and gets hitched over here next to another open flame. I guess it's kind of a fire hazard, but you know, whatever. This guy looks like he has it well in hand. With a spare sword, and he's ready to maybe hop down and, you know, help out down here if anyone comes up the ramp. And I imagine he's barking orders at these two dingbats, Dingbat 1 and Dingbat 2, who looks more like he's done a faceplant into this box than anything else. But again, I don't want to take their weapons out of their hands. As you can tell, they have weapons in their hands. I took a risk taking his gun out of his hand. Really his pistol, I believe it was his pistol. Yeah, because, you know, I like the look with his glass bottle in his mouth. So you got the cannons here, both with lit torches, right there, and right there. And I imagine, you know, you have your cannons that need extra ammunition. So here's your ammunition racks of maybe stacked cannonballs. And you flip it over, go to the other side of the base, and voila! Same thing going on here. Stacked cannons. Here's your two guys. In parallel, you know. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Well, that worked, I guess. And they're looking ready for action, manning the cannons. Another lit torch on this little tower section with the winch and pulley system going down to the chest. So let's simulate a hard day's work. Alright, and we're just going to take the little thing and go, oops, that wasn't supposed to happen. Alright, I don't know what's going on because, oh, that's a little bit better. Oh yeah, it's getting there, right? One more pull. One more half turn, and voila, this guy has done his job. This guy's ready to take a smoke break. And this guy back here is like, good job, dudes. Pat on the back, all around good job. You guys are worth something after all. This guy's mumbling something under his breath about his boss being a jagoff, and that's okay. All right. So he's gonna, I don't know, go do something. Maybe we'll put him on guard duty. I think this guy should guard a thing, right? Looks like a guard. So let's get that gun maybe more situated in his hand. Hold on a second. I can't really do this with one hand, guys. I'm sorry. It's kind of difficult. So I'm going to just do that with this gun. Kind of prop it up a little bit, make him look more like he's on guard duty. Let's even move that sword up a little bit. I think it looks better, right? For a guard. And we're going to put him over here near the brig. So now he can guard the brig. Although there's nothing in the brig, so you know he's doing a pointless job, but at least he can kick back, relax, and have a smoke, you know, because he's done a hard day's work in the sun, right? Hauling up the treasure. Speaking of which, where's it going to go? Oh, that's right. Let's put it away. According to the storyline, it's supposed to go into the hidey hole, right? So you take it out of there, and there we are. I didn't actually fasten it into this into here at all. Although I could have fastened it. See the little bumps? See the grooves? So you can fasten it, but I didn't want to, so it's not really, it wasn't really fastened. And here, just like the thing suggests, is a hinged section that flaps open, which isn't gonna want to flap open because I got guys like right here, right next to it. So we'll move the guy out of there. Flap open this piece here, which reveals a cavernous little underground section. We dump our treasure chest in there, which is full of the Spanish doubloons. These guys are rich as lords, or at the very least, they're paid really well to do this job, which is simply to guard one chest of money, I guess. Let's put this dude here. Looks like he's just drowned, right? Up he goes. Comes out the other side and goes back to his post, right? All right. There he is, manning his battle station. This guy up here in the towers, you know, breathing in the fresh, salty sea air, and he's like, "Yep, this is the living in the Caribbean, sweating my balls off, and oh my goodness, you know, this is not a good job. Why did I sign up for this kind of thing? I regret my life choices. Should have stayed home and been a farmer, but no, I got drafted, agreed to do this job, and now here I am, guarding a single box." Sweating in the middle of the ocean air. This is just awful. But this guy up here does not care. He's got his rum. As long as he's got his rum, he's a happy camper. He could care less. But you know why he drinks? Because he's got family trouble at home. It's a rough life, and that's why he drinks too much. This guy, meanwhile, he just vents all his anger on his troops by barking orders to his 4 soldiers, who in the meantime have to sweat it out in their cloth or cotton uniforms, manning their cannons, because if anything happens to approach on the horizon, I mean, they are in deep trouble. Don't worry about the boat. It's not going to go anywhere because the current in this thing keep it in place. So that there's like a rope, I imagine here, keeping this thing from floating away. And the current, which is probably going in this direction, I imagine, keeps it from going anywhere else. There you go. So, do not worry. If you ever seen the Lego movie, there's no Craggle coming to fasten these guys in place forever, so they're okay. They're safe from the Craggle. Beyond that, that's about it. Unfortunately, I don't have any pirates ready to do anything fun with these guys. And considering it's already like 24 minutes in, I mean, I think we did a good job. Let's shut the door properly, though. I mean, come on, like, guys, shut the door when you're done, right? Shut it properly, too, you know? Come on, seriously. There you go. That's better. This guy still doesn't give a hoot. This guy's wishing he was somewhere on the mainland with his wife and his kids. This guy, at least he's got some shade over there now. He's like, yep, got some shade. This guy, in the meantime, is yelling profanities under his breath. Same with these two who are like, this is just so boring. What kind of job is this for a well-trained soldier like myself? This guy's like, you know, over there again. He's thinking to himself, why am I guarding an empty brig? This is kind of silly. Can I at least go under the under the main thing here and have some shade. Anyway, got the palm tree in the back. In case you're wondering what's under this thing, it's actually hollow underneath, which is kind of bad because... Let me just try to lift her up real quick, guys. Okay. A little bit of applied pressure with my foot. And bingo! Oops. There goes El Admiral. He's had better days, right? Alright, hold on. Almost got it. Alright, so... underneath, guys, is nothing. It's just dead empty space. So as a kid, I was aware of the fact that if I put too much pressure on this, that this thing would all crack. Imagine this. This thing is 30 years old. 30 plus years old. And it's still in pretty good shape. Not bad, huh? So yeah, I've had to be very careful over the years with this thing. With what I've done with it. With how I've treated it. Okay. Which doesn't mean that I had no fun as a kid. Let me tell you though, guys. I used the set on a number of times. You know, with other people. But I used it with people... I used it with people that I trusted to be careful with my stuff, to treat my stuff with respect and care, and they did. Okay. My siblings were very good about it, including my stepsister, my half-brother, and my real sister, my biological sister. And I think we had a friend over at one point, maybe two, and even the friends were very, very kind about how they treated this thing. Okay. Of course, typically... they would get the giant pirate ship, and let's see if this thing's still going. It is. Cool. Awesome. And I would be the one typically to take the base, because I like the base. I've got a sentimental attachment to this base. This was the base that, like I said, guys, my grandma got for me, you know? And I love it, you know? You got the setup here, you know, in the front. Got your two guards manning the cannons. This thing, you know, I designed this thing later on in my life. I'm like, you know what? I don't want just an empty section here. I want a nice tower here because the box shows you a tower winch system over here. And I kind of want that thing going on too, you know? Although I think the idea of a bunch of stairs going to the side is kind of silly, so it's like, let's say this be the only entrance, right? Even the back section here is blocked off with a piece. So someone could kind of hide behind there and, you know, just be careful. Watch your booty, literally, because someone might be popping in there, right? You know, there's like a little gate fence, I'd imagine, made out of wood and stone, right here. Same thing on this side of the thing too. Probably a wooden, maybe wire, steel mesh type of thing going on down there. I should say over here. The dungeon section in real life would probably smell like mold. Probably no light at all down there. Probably lots of water coming in from the rock. That's probably a horrible place to be storing yourself, or to be hiding, or whatever, or to be hidden, or to be locked away in. So you don't want to be locked away in there. And that would probably make a much better brig than this section anyway. You know? So imagine this is probably the brig section for misbehaving soldiers who don't want to do their job. They end up in here, you know? Meanwhile, this guy has his choice of rum. Where it's stored, I have no idea. Probably in some secret box somewhere. In the meantime, you know, in reality, this would be a very, very small base. There's no barracks, no sleeping quarters, no ammunition storage. So, yeah, but this ain't reality. This is Legoland, right? A world of Legos. On the boat, there's a little miniature version of the main flag, right there. So how many kinds of adventures could you have with something like this? Well, typically I would just be like, okay, along come the pirates. They try to take the treasure. These guys blow up the incoming ship with their cannons. The enemy fire from the cannons from the boat can't really harm rock, so the pirates have to actually physically try to storm this base. And since there's so many pirates, the pirates had a good chance of taking the base and taking the treasure and winning, because there's like 6, 7, 8 pirates on the boat, the Black Sea's Barracuda, and this thing has like, but these guys are in pretty good positions to guard their base. It's just a matter of the pirates sneaking around, doing flanking maneuvers, maybe jumping over there, maybe coming around this, over this section, maybe over this section. But anyone who comes up here, assuming there's a sober guy standing here to, fire down, right? Anyone busts in, though, it's swordplay, I guess, and in real life it would be like swordplay because we're talking like little flintlock pistols, right? Also like little flintlock rifles. So that's good for what, maybe 5 shots? Assuming you hit the guy you're aiming at, then maybe you get 5 pirates down. The rest is all swordplay, in reality, right? But beyond that, guys, this thing was cool. I thought he was a cool character right out of the box. It's like, that's interesting. I don't know much about alcohol, but you know what? This was probably realistic, right? He's had too much. He's in the sun. He's kind of semi-passed out. This guy's the serious underling. Basically, the serious second in command. And the rest are your little grunts. Got that dude. These other dudes. You got the trained grunts guarding your, manning your cannons. And that's it. Front view. I guess left side view. Back view's interesting, right? You can tell it was kind of like mixed colors, so you got kind of some yellows and whites mixed in together. So this patch, look at that. It came like that, right? So that's pretty interesting. Little patchy brick where the paint's faded away. Here's the palm tree with a little piece under it to prop it up higher. In reality, I might have pieces that might even make it more high off the ground, but I don't know. I don't want to mess with it, so it is what it is with 1 brick there. That one's solid yellow, obviously. And there you go, your side angle. Enemy tries to come up here, bust open the door. And there you go, it's all out war, I suppose. Again, I could have done so much more with it. These extra pieces, probably. There's your old booklets. Guys, check this out. Got a ghost guy. You got your Mtron pirate or space dude here, Mr. Long John Silver, and I guess some guys from the woods. See the Robin Hood cap and the other dude from wherever he's supposed to be. Castle in the background. Look at that. Join the Lego Builders Club. I mean, guys, back in the day, this was pretty awesome, Open the catalog for fun. Now, why did I keep this? I don't know, posterity's sake, I suppose. Got cute little kids playing with Legos going, this is awesome, yo. I wanted to be this guy. Playing with his space Legos. This is like how can you beat that? That thing looks awesome, It looks big and scary. This kid's playing with his castle down here. Try to get a non-glary view. That's pretty good. That castle. So this guy's got the Mtron sets going on. I have that one. It's just not built like that right now. I shut off that stuff before. This guy's doing trains. I had trains back then, apparently. This guy's like, yep, trains are cool. All the ages basically say 6 and up. Of course, they also had Duplo, too. See Duplo? And then Technic was rated for slightly older kids. Technic was like, yeah, there's more moving parts. You can make cool, interesting things. But yeah, you know what? That's really not Lego for you. I don't know why I'm showing off this, I just felt like it, guys. I like these characters. That's a really old Space Dude on the right there. He's from a much older set as well. You had the shuttle. They're the actual shuttle thing. I have that plane right there. It's semi-built, put together. Like, these town sets look awesome, too. I mean, you got, like, an airport set. You know, looks like a gas station type of thing going on. Rescue chopper over here. Got some regular police stuff going on. Precinct cruiser. More pursuit squad, more police stuff. This is like some kind of like coastal rescue, apparently. Oops. Well, I have this thing. It's a cargo carrier thing. So I'm sorry for the blurriness. It's just not the best camera. And the focus, it's going to take too long to focus it properly. So I'm trying to focus on an object that's right in front of my face, basically. Okay. Little racetrack thing going on. That's cool. Accessories, that was always neat. The idea of, you know, buy some basic stuff, you know. Oops, let me try this. Let me try this, guys. That worked out better. And then, in my opinion, this stuff was awesome. I got that one from my grandparents. Again, grandparents, right? Eldorado Fortress. Forbidden Island. Got that one too, yeah. Caribbean Clipper. Yep, got that one. I think I have maybe Shipwreck Island. That's just a really small set. You know, I might have something like that. Let's see here. Check that one. Saber Island. That looks pretty neat. Just a little tower there and a little dude and a thing. You want just some more dudes? Pirate minifigures. Okay, so I'm sorry about the incoming call. I should probably take that, but at the same time, I'm kind of scared to because reasons. So that's my own affair, I suppose. These guys look cool too. If you liked the castle and forestman stuff. Apparently these things swung open on hinges. Neat, right? Didn't have any of this stuff though. Looks cool though. I mean, even the simple stuff, like look at this Knight's Challenge, right? Just want to focus, does it? But you get the idea. Got the ghost again, doing ghost stuff. Here's the stuff I was into, the space stuff. Wanted that one and that one, but that's okay. I made do with this thing, right? Did okay. I got this little fellow, the vector detector. He was pretty cool. So yeah, but yeah, they had Space Police back then too. Futron, never saw them. I think this is an older Blacktron. That's neat, the Laser Ranger. Cute, right? Also his little buddy next to him, the Auxiliary Patroller. That's really cool. But yeah, guys, boats, trucks. And guys, back then, Lego really encouraged you to use your imagination more. Okay, as opposed to relying on gimmicky stuff like, you know, here's like Star Wars or here's Pirates, whatever they do nowadays is like this. Back then it was, they wanted kids to use their imaginations, not just to build pre-built models off of TV or movies or whatever. It was like, this stuff wasn't in movies. This stuff wasn't on TV. This was like, was this ghost guy on TV? No. Was this guy on TV or movies? No, he wasn't. Mtron, who was Mtron? That was nothing. That was something Lego made up by themselves. You had to use your imagination to say who's Mtron, what do they do, More accessories on the back. Here's the instruction booklet here. They also point out that, you can obviously make other stuff. We're not going to tell you can't, right? So anyway, and that's it. That's the box. It's got a couple things in it some debris in it from someplace. Yeah. So that's it, guys. There you are. For all those then, for the fellow who told me he liked the Legos, and I do too, and I promise I'd eventually make another one of these videos. Guys, here it is. This is the Eldorado Fortress. I've been Justin Pontarelli, signing off for now, and saying, guys, until next time, I hope you enjoyed. This was, hope you enjoyed seeing part of my childhood. For me, these were amazing times. This was fun stuff, I had a real idea of what this probably cost. And I was one of those kids who, I knew the truth about Christmas and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't silly. I wasn't thick, I knew who it was, right? Who it really was. And I had a really good idea of what it meant to have a set that's worth $55.99. And I knew my parents couldn't get that for me. So I was very appreciative of this for my grandparents. I mean, they did. That was pretty cool. I was overjoyed every time. I'd be like, "This was great, guys. Thank you so much, Grandma, Grandpa." I mean, that was amazing. Yeah, I forgot to tell the story, didn't I? So, I think on the night that, or the day, or whatever it was, the evening, it might have been evening, that I got this, or maybe even late afternoon. They let me open this up. I'm like, okay, if I play with it, they're like, yeah, go for it. So I find a quiet corner in their house. They have one of those nice big old houses, right? Nice big place. I get down on my hands and knees, open up the box very carefully. I bust out the tray, the yellow tray that you guys saw. Took out the base plate section. I'm like, okay, gotta be careful. I understand that, no problem. Looks like it could be a little fragile. I stuck the pieces on, and before you know it, bam, there it was. The Eldorado Fortress in all its glory, and I'm like, this is pretty cool. And eventually, you know what? They got me other guys to go with them, to battle with against them, to have more fun with. And eventually it was like, you know what? I'm feeling like my stuff is pretty complete. I got a complete set. What else could a guy want back in the day? Really encouraged my imagination to grow and prosper and all that kind of stuff. And got a little bit of creativity flowing back when I was a kid. Got bits of it still left, so, it's true what they say, though, guys. Use it before you lose it, but if you use it, you get to keep it. It's the best part about it, guys. So don't lose that creativity. Don't lose that creative spark. Okay, never lose that. Keep a hold of that. It's my advice for young people who might be watching this video going, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it is pretty cool, but also the tidbit of advice is cooler. Keep a hold of that creative spark. It's useful. Keeps your brain working better too. Okay. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing it as much as I did opening it up and getting to look at it again and getting to handle it again. It's always cool when I have the time You don't want to have the, the energy, because gotta be honest, opening this thing up, getting it out of the closet where it is now, putting it together, it takes at least about, I want to say 15 to 20 minutes maybe. We'll say it's like 5 to 10 minutes to put it all together. Then it's another, probably 10 minutes to put it all back and then put it in the closet. So maybe all said and done, 30 minutes, right? It's a big chunk of time. And all I'm doing with it is just getting it out, looking at it, reminiscing about those old times, kind of having, what's it called? Forgot. Anyway, where you remember old times, the past, fondly, that kind of stuff. Anyway, I enjoy that feeling. I like it. So yeah, guys, I do enjoy it. It was work, though, but that's okay. Sometimes work is fun. But yeah, so as always, please feel free to leave any questions, comments, or constructive criticism down below. And this time, if I get any actual feedback and comments about wanting to see more, then I'll do more. I do have the Black Seas Barracuda, which is a relatively big pirate ship, which was basically the counterpart to the base you just saw. So if you guys want to see that, we can do that. If you want to see maybe the soldier version that went along with this base, you can see that boat instead. If you just want to see more pirate soldier generic stuff, I got that too going on. I got a little Tupperware, giant Tupperware type tub filled with generic pirate and soldier stuff that can be put together in any which way I want it to be. So I got a bunch of stuff that was like, yeah, it's not like fully nice big sets, but still, combine all the stuff together and it's like you can make whatever you want with this stuff. That was always nice. But yeah, if you want to see more, leave me a comment. Tell me you want to see more of these things, and I'll do it. If I don't get no feedback, I'll just figure, hey, they liked the video, but not enough to want to see more, okay? That's what I'm going to assume, okay? If you want to see more, leave a comment. Leave a suggestion. Leave a question. If you don't like it, or if you have some better ideas for me on how to do a better video next time, please always feel free to leave some constructive criticism down below in the comments. Again, a lot of it comes down to I don't have the funds, though, for better equipment. But if you want to help me with that, I'll let you know how to. I do have a PayPal. It should still work. Worst case scenario, you know what you do? Go down to Western Union, right? I'll be more than happy to accept handouts, no problem. And if you guys want to do that for me, I'll be more than happy to use the funds to get some better equipment, so that next time, you know what, maybe some better quality videos with better equipment until now, or up until then, or in the meantime, it's a Samsung J3 phone. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm working with just one hand on the phone and one hand free to do whatever else it wants to do, including handle the stuff in front of me. So one hand on the phone and one hand free to handle the set, right? To handle the props. Guys, thank you so much for watching. And as always, remember, Virus 2020. Wash your hands. Be safe. Take care, guys. And hopefully next time you see me, all of this will be buzzed down to nothing. It's too hot to have this get up going on, and thankfully I think the haircutting places are open now, so that's my plan. Wish me luck. See you later, guys. Take care. Enjoy. Peace out.